I had someone email me and ask me what foods should they eat that will keep them from gaining weight. What types of foods keep you thin? And there's really two types of food that you need to watch out for. You can eat anything else. You can eat meat, you can eat good grains, you can eat anything you want. But there's two big food groups, type group things. They're not on the food pyramid or anything, but I think they should be. It's white flour and white sugar. Now, 100 years ago, those two things weren't processed the way that they are, manufactured into like store-bought food the way that they are. They're in almost everything. Um, White flour is in anything that it has flour in it these days. It's mixed in with wheat flour even, so wheat bread isn't even 100% wheat bread, and there's still a lot of non-nutritious flour in there. But things like pizza crust, rolls, crackers, bread, all kinds of bread type foods have white flour, and white flour is just water and paste. There's no nutrients, your body doesn't need it, it puts it onto storage if there's extra calories. And then white sugar is also completely void of nutrients. Not sugar in fruit, because that is completely different, but white processed sugar and the saturation of it that they put into store-bought food, it's in everything, and it's disguised by scientific words on the ingredient list. And so you might not think you're eating sugar, but if you look on that list, you'll see almost everything that's packaged has added sugar into it. And those two things are keeping America overweight, and other countries if they also have that in their food. And so you can eat anything. You can eat anything and stay thin. But if you're eating a lot of those two things, your body just doesn't need them. And fat does not make you fat. Sugar makes you fat. Fat actually has nutrients that your body needs. It has lipids. It's good for your hair and your skin and your nails and protecting the organs and all kinds of things. So your body can actually use fats and use the calories in fat, especially good fats, which are found in plants rather than animals. So like avocados, a lot of vegetables have fats in them that you wouldn't think, like mushrooms, just a lot of vegetables. And so I forgot what I was talking about, but yeah, so um, what was I talking about? I don't even remember. Okay, so those two food groups, white flour and white sugar, have nothing that your body can use, and so your body will put them into storage. And yeah, so you don't want to avoid eating them, because whenever you restrict yourself, you just want that thing more. So I follow an 80-20 rule. 80% of the time I eat very clean, very healthy, and then 20% of the time I will eat whatever I want, including white sugar and white flour, because you live with cookies and donuts and stuff in places, so you want to be able to treat yourself. I give myself a treat every single day. But if you can find substitutions for those two things, and other things to fill and kind of avoid those two things, you'll have no trouble staying thin. Those two things are hidden in almost all store-bought food, and it's causing obesity. And 100 years ago, it wasn't like that. So eat whatever you want, really. But those two things, if you can be cognizant of where those are in foods, on ingredient lists and stuff, then you will do just fine keeping weight off. Also, you want to drink enough water, because if you don't drink water, your body gives you false hunger signals to eat food, because there's water in food. And so if you are always feeling hungry, or like you need to eat even if you're not hungry, or chronically wanting to eat, it might be that you're just dehydrated. And anyone who's overweight is dehydrated. Inflammation of the whole body means it's lacking water, because think of when you sprain your knee or your ankle, what do you put on it to make it deflame? Ice, which is water. So people who have an inflamed body, it's showing, your body's trying to say that something's wrong. It's inflamed for a reason, and the biggest reason is it's not getting enough water. So you'll see healthy, thin people are always drinking water. And you need about at least a half gallon of water a day, but the required amount for your body is 1 gallon. I do half-gallon water, half-gallon other liquids like juice and milk and stuff. But you'll notice that animals in the wild, all they drink are water, and they're never overweight. So you do need water, just plain water. And yeah, it really helps to avoid inflammation and to keep yourself thin, and also not eating those two groups, the white flour and the white sugar, will help keep you thin amazingly.